So we're running by the top 10 left guards in the league. We're going to start with the countdown now. With number 10, Matthew Bergeron of the Atlanta Falcons. Last year he wasn't even ranked. This year I think he definitely jumped high in the rankings and really proved to a lot of people about his impact on the Falcons offensive line, which I do believe is underrated, at least on the left side. I cannot say for everything else as of right now. Still going through countdowns, still going through names and stats and whatnot. But Matthew Bergeron definitely has uh, is a good value. He's a great value. He's very young. He's going to continue to progress and get even better. Obviously, kind of still, it's hard to not have Aaron Banks here. I believe maybe he could have been in place for Bergeron, but I think he's done a lot of great things for this team. 25 years old, 2 years in the league, 2 years, $3.53 million. 17 games played, 1,106 snaps, 12 penalties, 3 sacks. He did give up 9 hits. He did give up 33 pressures. And yes, those numbers can decrease, absolutely. He's got a lot of potential, though, and I do believe in his ability, his work ethic, and I do believe he'll be even better this year. I'm excited to see what he does for the production for Atlanta, and I definitely he is a big part of Bijan's rise. So overall, give him credit. I definitely believe he's a top 10 guy. Number 9 spot, we're gonna have John Simpson, the left guard of the New York Jets. I think having two new guards, obviously with the retirements that we've had, I think it's really impactful and really shows the development of the game and in terms of the talent that obviously there's possessed in the league. So with time, there's going to have new players. John Simpson's just one of those guys that definitely the Jets are happy to have him, and people around the league should really take notice as to his ability and what he can do. He's only 27 years old. He's 5 years in the league, 1 year, $5.99 million. 17 games played, 1,020 snaps, 7 penalties, and 3 sacks. Gave up 6 hits and 20 pressures. Hell of a lot better than number 10. Definitely has a lot to prove. I think, again, it's his first time here. So let's see what he does in his development. I think it's a good count, a good, like, number for him to start out right now. And we'll see what he does. I am excited for his career and what he does this coming year with the Jets. Is Elgen Jenkins of the Green Bay Packers last year, an honorable mention. He's not going to be on this list next year, not because of his talent, but because they're going to move him to center. Signing Aaron Banks is huge. Moving him there, probably the end of Myers and his tenure with Green Bay. So, which I believe it is. I believe he got signed somewhere else. But again, Elgin Jenkins, let's give him a ranking just because he was tremendous this year. So, he deserves some respect. Obviously, with moving to center, it won't be here no more. So it'll open up some spots, a spot maybe for a new player. Jenkins, 29 years old, 6 years in the league, 2 years, $32.8 million. Very valuable to the Green Bay Packers. 17 games played, 1,069 snaps, 10 penalties, 1 sack given up, 2 hits allowed, 16 pressures allowed. Yeah, he's almost unbeatable at the line. Very, very athletic, very gifted. Definitely see him impacting as long as he's healthy. And yeah, I'm excited to see what he does at the center position. Obviously, it's a new position. Every position, you're going to learn something new. So I hope to see him in a countdown in the center position. I think he's got the ability to. He's a great offensive lineman. So yeah, excited to see what he does. We got Ben Powers last year being an honorable mention. I definitely believe he's earned his stripes as being a guard in this league, as one of the top guards in the league, and definitely, obviously, a huge upgrade or a huge bolster to the offensive line having a Ben Powers on the Broncos offensive line. I think. When you look at the offensive line and what Baltimore could have had, man, John Simpson was the guy that was in Baltimore. He's gone. Ben Powers, he was the ability of being there. He's in Denver. I say this because I'm a Ravens fan, so a little bit of some unfortunate misfortunes, of not seeing the potential there. So, it's frustrating for a fan, being a Ravens fan, offensive line being eh. But Ben Powers deserves a lot of credit, man. 28 years old, 6 years in the league, 2 years, $24.5 million, 17 games played, 1,088 snaps, six penalties, and three sacks given up. Three hits allowed, 21 pressures. Again, he's very reliable. He's a guy that you want. He's a guy that plays all 17 games. I think he's been doing this for 4 straight years. So overall, reliable, durable, and again, very, uh, very impactful for his team. So I'm excited to see what he does this year. He deserves to be on this countdown finally. He's number 7. 6, Tyler Smith. Last year he was number 10. So he moved 4 spots. Very well deserved. Definitely one of the premier left guards in the league. Definitely a guy that I see continuously climbing up the ladder in terms of rankings. I think he's a top 5 guy at the end of the next year. Just another one of those offensive linemen that continues to show the rich tradition of offensive line play for Dallas. And, Tyler Smith has been a great, great guard since he entered the league, and learned from the best and Tyron Smith, man. So had some really, really good. Zach Martin, he's learned through some legends. Tyler Smith, 24 years old, 3 years in the league, 2 years, $23.8 million. 16 games that he played, 1,052 snaps, 9 penalties, 2 sacks. He had 4 hits allowed, 22 pressures. Honestly, really good numbers there. Obviously, can continue to grow. Absolutely, still young. He was a Pro Bowl this year. Yeah, the sky's the limit for him. I'm excited to see what he does. Definitely watch out for him. He's nasty. Love to see him play. 5, it's Isaac Seumalo. Last year he was actually number 4, dropped down 1 spot. Overall, it's not on his ability of playing, but his ability to stay on the field. But overall, he's still top 5 guy as of right now in the league. Has been tremendous for Philly, and obviously now with Pittsburgh. Definitely was a huge portion of success with Najee through there. I mean, Samala is going to do his thing. He's going to make sure he creates a hole open for running backs to kind of slide through there. So overall, he's a big bodied guy. He's definitely a guy that you want on your offensive line, aggressive, physical, ready to play. 31 years old, 9 years in the league, 1 year, $7.87 million on the deal. 13 games that he played, 826 snaps, 5 penalties, 2 sacks. He gave up 1 hit and 26 pressures. He was a Pro Bowler, very well deserved. Again, the pressures could go down, but 1 hit allowed is crazy. 2 sacks allowed. I mean, he barely got it. Obviously, the penalties can go down, but overall, he's been a productive guy and a guy that, again, the Steelers need that kind of presence. Um, yeah, I mean, he's deserving of being a top 5 guy. If he can stay healthy, I definitely can see him still being even higher than where he's at right now. But it's a good place of where he's at right now. Um, yeah, definitely want to see what he's going to do this year. 4, Landon Dickerson. Last year he was number 5, so he switched spots with Seumalo just based off the fact that he was able to play more games. But also, it's the fact that he's also a monster in the trenches. Definitely a guy that you want to see. And right next to Malida, I think is phenomenal. This offensive line for the Philadelphia Eagles is scary enough. The fact that they transitioned from Kelsey to Jurgens and it had, like, honestly nothing changed dramatically is insane. Obviously, having Becton and added him, I mean, this offensive line is insane. And coming into next year, they're probably going to be, if not if not the best offensive line in football. Yeah, they get it done, dude. So it's not surprised Landon Dickerson and another Eagle is going to be on a top 10 list. Landon Dickerson, 26 years old, 4 years in the league, 4 years, $67.99 million on the deal. 16 games he played, 995 snaps, 8 penalties, 5 sacks, 4 hits allowed, 27 pressures. He was a Super Bowl champion, obviously, and he was a Pro Bowler. Yes, definitely. All these stats can go down from the sacks to the penalties, even the hits. But again, overall, it's Landon Dickerson. Definitely a huge impact on the line, huge leader. Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does. I obviously can see him being top 3, continue to work. Number 3, and still number 3, Joel Batonio. Yeah, he's a premier left guard in this league. Definitely a bright spot in Cleveland, which is hard to say right now, right? They're a rebuilding team. It's a team that has the stars to make it known for the North, primarily more playoff contention because they're not going to win the North. But this is a team that has perennial superstars, right? And he's one of them. They just haven't been able to really fit the chemistry or the mold, or maybe it's the coach that they have to build a culture where they can actually make it known they're a playoff team and obviously try to win games. But Joel Batonio has been a huge staple for this offensive line for a long time, and he still is number 3 here, man. He's fantastic. At 33 years old, 11 years in the league, he's got 1 year, 15 million on the deal. 17 games he played, 1,178 snaps, 8 penalties, 3 sacks, 5 hits allowed, 32 pressures. Was a Pro Bowler. Again, the pressures are a lot. I get that. But he's a guy, man. He's a really, really, really dominant left guard. He'd definitely be defending against some of the best D tackles in the game. You got to respect this man. I think he's still got a lot left in the tank, and he's got his contract deal this year. So, again, Cleveland might want to sign him. I think he's definitely deserving of being a top 3 guy. Number 2, Quenton Nelson. Last year, number 1. Yeah, he fell just because of the numbers, and just the number 1 guy is it's really hard to not put him at number 1 right now. But Quentin Nelson's definitely a number 1 caliber left guard for sure. And he's made it known, from all the pancake blocks and just how strong he is as an offensive lineman and how quick he is. So, give him some credit, right? Obviously. But right now he's number 2, um, by a slim margin. 29 years old, 7 years in the league, 2 years, $34.56 million, 17 games played, 1,083 snaps, 10 penalties, 3 sacks. He gave up 8 hits. He also gave up 20 pressures. He was a Pro Bowler and he was a second team All Pro. What else you got, man? All Pro again. Yeah, he's a staple of the Colts, and he continues to prove to be one of the best offensive linemen in the game. Yeah, there's no more denying it. Number 1 is Joe Thuney. What he's able to do in New England, he's won rings there. He's won rings in Kansas City. He's a huge, huge piece in both offensive lines, Super Bowl winning lines, right? And he's going to bring that experience to Chicago. And that's exactly what they need, especially with the young QB and Caleb Williams. It's going to give him some confidence. He knows that he's got protection. He knows he's got a guy that's able to do it all, and he's able to make sure he's going to give Caleb enough time to throw the ball. So, and the running game, of course. So it's just it's gonna exponentially increase this offense on Chicago because they have a Tony, and it's a huge decrease for Kansas City for sure. Joe Tooney, 32 years old, 9 years in the league, 2 years, $35 million, 17 games played, 1,115 snaps, 1 penalty, 0 sacks allowed, 6 hits, and 25 pressures. He was a Pro Bowler. He was 10th on Offensive Player of the Year, which is insane for an offensive line to be there. And he was a first team All Pro. I mean, what else more can you have from Joe Tooney? Yeah, he's the number 1 guy, 100% right now. Chicago Bears, they're grateful to have him.